Paid my dues. It's time after time. Yeah. Hey. Well, it's February 12th, and this is kind of like the question of the week. I know I get away from these sometimes, but working two jobs and going to college kind of takes my time away, which is why I haven't been on as much. And I apologize for that. But this one is, been some stuff, after Manny Pacquiao was recently stripped of the WBC, title, the light middleweight title, or the, however you want to put it, the super welterweight, the 154, because he wasn't going to defend it, I started thinking, it was a junk title that he won to begin with. He didn't even defend it. Maybe that's another question of the week. Anyway, when you start seeing the ratings and the rankings, because they had him ranked, Margarito anyway, ranked number 1. And I started thinking about the WBC, and I'm like, well, they're based in Mexico City. Maybe they're biased, or maybe their things are just all junked up. So I went through a bunch of the divisions, and I looked at their rankings, and compared them to, say, BoxRec, where BoxRec kind of keeps it about as honest as you can get. And if the ratings were close, I didn't bring it up. But if they were apart by 10 or more, I'm gonna say something about it, basically. You know what I mean? So I went in the heavyweight division under WBC, and the first guy there is Adlan Solis, their number 1 ranked dude. And he's ranked 9th in BoxRec. And I was like, well, that's not too bad. But his best victories are against Monty Barrett and Ray Austin. And Ray Austin, by the way, is still ranked 5th in their thing, and he's the 22nd in BoxRec. He shouldn't even be 5th, but he is. You have Cristobal Areola. God bless him. He seems like a great guy, very nice gentleman. Not a great fighter. He's a very good fighter, but he's not a champion. But he's ranked 3rd in their thing. And I was like, well, he's lost 2 of his last 5. He's solid, Ray Austin, obviously, was knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko in the 2nd round. So, the cruiserweight division, I was like, well, maybe cruiserweight will be better, and I won't see, as bad there. And they got Francisco Palacios, or whatever, from Puerto Rico, as their number 1 guy, challenger. And he's ranked 22nd, the very first guy. I had to go all the way down on the page to find him. He beat Donnell Wiggins. What the... You know what I'm saying? Jacoby Fragomini is their 3rd ranked guy. And he's ranked 27th. I mean, these guys aren't... They're not the number 3 dude for a world title. Where are they... Okay, light heavyweight. Maybe this will get better. David Kostalcho. I don't even know. He's from Poland. I'm not knocking that because I can't pronounce his name. But he's ranked 2nd by them, and he's 19th by BoxRec. And I know they got their 3 or 4 dudes, that are the champions, so they're obviously not going to rank them. But when you're seeing number 2 and number 19, it's 17 dudes. They don't have 800 titles up at the top. You know what I'm saying? The Adrian Daconu from Canada, they have 5th. He's actually 15th. I mean, he actually beat Chris Henry, who's ranked 3rd, above him. I mean, he beat him. And his only 2 losses were to Jean Pascal. Whatever. Super middleweight, Kelly Pavlik's their number 1 guy. Liberado Andrade, I've messed his name up a million times, is their number 2 guy. Arthur Abraham's number 3, and Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson is their number 4, and he's ranked 40th in BoxRec. Abraham's 10th, and Liberado Andrade is 11th. I brought them up because, they're bums. The other guys, there's bums. Whatever. In the middleweight, you had Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. as their number 1 guy. He's from Mexico. I don't know if you guys know his father or not. Just saying. Number 3, Marco Antonio Rubio from Mexico. He's ranked 19th by BoxRec. He's number 3. He's from Mexico. I don't know if you knew that. The light middleweight, this is where it's obscene. Saul Alvarez is their number 1. Number 5 is still Antonio Margarito, and that's in the light middleweight division. And welterweight, there's this Selçuk Aydin from Turkey. He's their number 2 guy, but he's ranked 16th by BoxRec. And Onat Danlon. I don't know, man, dude. I don't know these names, bro. But he's, he's their number 3 guy, but he's ranked 33rd by BoxRec. And that's a bit obscene. In the light welterweight division, or the super lightweight division, however they want to put it, you have the number 1 guy is Eric Morales. I know he's from, he's from Mexico, and he's 4-5 in his last 9 fights. But sure, he should be number 1 because he hadn't fought anybody in the top 10 in that division. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's won 3 fights this year, right? That deserves a number 1 ranking, right? Right? The lightweight division. 4 of their top 5 guys are from Mexico, and the highest one is their number 1, Antonio DeMarco, who's ranked 10th. And then you have Reyes Sanchez, who's ranked 28th. Daniel Estrada, who's 59th, and they have him ranked 4th. Urbano Antillon is 17th, and he's got him ranked 5th. And, just John Murray to throw in there at number 3. He's ranked 15th by BoxRec. Super featherweight, their number 1 guy, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He's not even listed on BoxRec. And Gutierrez, their number 3 guy, is 13th by BoxRec. So going over all this and going over the information I just gave you, I got it right off the internet like anybody else could. I just happened to take the time to do it for you. When you start looking at this stuff, it's got to make you think. Where are they getting these ratings from? And can somebody give me an honest thing as to why a guy that's ranked number 1 in one thing is ranked 25th in BoxRec? Is it because if you hold a title, you are no longer able to be rated because you're a champion? Is that what it is? Is that how they're getting by with this stuff? Is that how they can have a 59th ranked fighter in the world, number 3 in theirs? You see what I mean? If that's the case, we got to get rid of ratings, man. We got to get rid of the titles and go to a straight rating system. Because there's no way a dude that's ranked, 59th in the world should basically be lined up for a title shot. Are you feeling me? You see what I'm saying? Please give me your comments, rate, subscribe on this. That way we can get this conversation going on that. I'm definitely, the more I start looking into this and seeing the bias of certain areas, yeah, they got the coolest looking belt out there with the green and all that stuff. But the ratings are junk. And I do believe they are biased. Especially once you get to the middleweight division and below. Because most Mexican fighters aren't, big dudes. So, please comment, rate, subscribe again. It's Bigragu. I'm out.